Hey, my heart, don't despair. The world is full of joy. You cry, you smile. I think boundaries come from having discipline. I mean, and put this and then I never see. Go and ask me, never
On the beat, Mr. H.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you just came across this channel by clicking on this video, hi there, my name is Litale Tumaliti and I create content around everything that I'm passionate about. So I'm back with yet another episode of my Take On Talking segment, guys. This is a segment that I started for myself where I share my thoughts and opinions about stuff, just stuff in general, life in general. So today I am here to talk about how to stop being insecure, how to develop a thick skin, and just live life on your own terms unapologetically in your early 20s. So I just want to get straight to it by just getting to point number one, because I've written down some notes. This is how serious I take myself. So the first thing to do is to be self-aware. Being self-aware for me means you know yourself, you know what your interests are, you share your own opinions, and you're okay with sharing different opinions, and like you're okay with being different from other people and just having different opinions from other people. Being honest with yourself and having boundaries, guys. Boundaries come from being consistent and disciplined with whatever it is that you're doing. You guys know I'm very big on talking about discipline and consistency when it comes to fitness and everything else, but I feel like in life in general, whatever you are doing, in order to build like a strong self-awareness, ask yourself, how do I feel about certain things? What are my opinions? Some of the things that I do now, guys, when there's a new series coming out or there's a new book and it's trending on social media, I wait for at least 3 to 6 months before I watch that movie or series or I read that book, because I don't want to have a crowd opinion. I don't want to read the book or watch the series because everyone is watching it, because I feel like my opinions are going to be crowded. So I wait for the noise to die down, or I do watch the series and I just block out the noise. And yo guys, sometimes you will think you have those opinions about stuff, but it's actually crowd opinions. Because sometimes you're not even thinking about stuff, but once you hear someone having an opinion about something, then you will think that's your personal opinion. So I feel like sometimes you really have to ask yourself, how do I feel about this thing? How do I feel about it? And don't be scared to disagree with someone else's opinion. So I actually mentioned that boundaries come from being consistent with whatever that you are doing, because consistency builds trust, guys. For example, our parents were consistent in taking care of us, like since we were babies. Hence, it's easy to, like, when you feel bad or you need some advice, like at my big age, when I need advice or I feel bad, it's easy for me to call my mom or to just go cry to my mom, because she has built that trust for me by being consistent in being my parent, like in raising me. Like my mom has been there for me in such a way that I know that she is going to be there. Like she's been consistent in that. So I feel like the more you're consistent in something, that builds trust. Also being consistent to yourself with the things that you are passionate about or your interests, or just taking care of yourself, you build trust between you and yourself. I don't know if I'm making sense, guys, but yeah. Number two in developing a thick skin is being emotional intelligent. I'm not gonna go with the definition that comes up on Google, but I'm just gonna summarize in how I understand emotional intelligence. For me, that is having the ability to discern between different opinions that come from different people, and just understanding that it is okay to disagree as human beings because we share different interests and we're going to behave differently because we have different personalities. So for me, that also includes the ability to being able to argue and not fight. Like argue, being in an argument and just disagree on a certain discussion that you may have with the next person without fighting or feeling personal. Hey, nah, guys, I was so not emotionally intelligent to a point where if I share a certain opinion or if I like something and someone that's close to me or someone that I like or someone that inspires me shares a different opinion about that specific thing, I change my mind because I like that person to such an extent that I worship their opinions. So being emotionally intelligent means that I might have someone that I like, a best friend or my cousin, or just like between us family members, we might share different opinions about certain things, but that doesn't mean that that person doesn't like me. The fact that I like something that they don't like, it doesn't mean they don't love me. So I don't know if you guys get where I'm going with this, but emotional intelligence, guys, it is such a great characteristic to have. Is it a characteristic or a trait? Whatever it is, guys. So I feel like being like building your level of emotional intelligence may help you so much that like you become, I feel like you become a better person to yourself, you become a better person in your friendship groups, you know. So yeah, let's go to point now. So point number 3 to living life unapologetically, like living life on your own terms, is to find something that you're passionate about and run with it. Try by all means to monetize it. These days, in our time, guys, we are so lucky to have social media that you can monetize every single thing as long as you can reach people. So me, that's just it. Like living life on your own terms for me is waking up, doing something that you love while you are earning a living off of it. And with finding something that you're passionate about, like waking up and doing something that you're passionate about, that you absolutely enjoy, it may be difficult, like in the beginning, to monetize or like earn an income from that specific thing. And for me, an advice that I can share is to have a long-term mindset. For instance, YouTube is like a passion. I wanted to start my YouTube channel since the age of 17 when I was doing my matric, you know, but I had so many excuses. And like now that I've started it, I'm running with it and I am doing everything in my power like to make it work. And I'm not really focusing on making an income of it because it's something that I enjoy, it's something that I love. Like I effortlessly beat my face and I come up with some topics for this video. I just came up with this topic. Something that you're passionate about also needs funding. So I feel like if you are passionate about business or you are passionate, like the truth is that your passion won't pay your bills. Your passion won't pay your bills, and that's the honest truth. So find something that can fund your dream or your passion, and have a long term towards working on that passion of yours, because it is not going to pay your bills like immediately. You will have to sweat, sacrifice, and put in the effort in the beginning for it to pay off in long term. Don't be hard on yourself. Figure it out along the way. So finding your passion means you're not going to be a master, like you're not going to be a master and excellent when you start with it. As you go along the way, guys, there's a quote that I'm gonna post for you guys here on the screen so that you can see that you can't drive a parked car. It has something along those things. And also my favorite quote is every master was once a beginner. I live by that quote because I feel like even the people that we look up to that are like masters in whatever fields they are in, they were once beginners, but we see now the full puzzle and we think the puzzle was always like that. Whereby when you go to buy the packet, you find it, like you find the picture outside the packet or the box, but you have to figure out how the puzzles should go and align in order to get the full picture. So I feel like don't be hard on yourself. We are young, man. We are young, guys. Be young, be youthful. I also believe in taking yourself seriously, but also be youthful. Know that you have time. You don't have time, but you have time. You don't have time, but you have time, guys. So yeah, guys, don't be hard on yourself. And life is all about learning and making mistakes along the way. I feel like each and every mistake that we make is in alignment with the perfect plan that God has for us. Even the things that we feel like are attacking us or they are meant for evil in our lives, they're actually in alignment with God's perfect plan. So you got it, man. You got it. As long as you are starting, just start and move. As like, take one day at a time and just move. Once you find your passion, guys, just start. Stop procrastinating with that thing of I'm gonna wait till I have this before I do this. For instance, I had so many excuses, guys, when it came to starting my YouTube channel, and I was like, I want to first get a tripod. Those used to be my excuses before I started my YouTube channel. I wanted to have everything figured out. I wanted to have a tripod. I wanted to have the right lighting. I just wanted to have everything perfect, and I just told myself I'm gonna start. Those things are gonna follow up on the way, because I had so many ideas, guys, for my YouTube channel, and I was like, what matters most is my content. I have the content ideas. The rest of all these things that I thought mattered, they were just cherry on top and extras. What made, because I feel like, guys, I could have had the tripod, the lighting, or whatever, and have like indonina content of no substance. Yeah, I could have had those things without any substantial content. So I was like, I'm just gonna start, and all of those things are going to follow me on the way. So just start, guys. Start, and as you take the first step, the other leg will follow. Next point I'm going to share, guys, is to stop attaching your identity to your goals and the worldly things. Like, you are who you are without all of those things. Like, sometimes we feel like we have to have everything that's on our vision boards, or things that we deeply desire, in order to be fully ourselves and to be content and enjoy life. Guys, I really learned the hard way that we are young and life can just go by like that. And whether you are busy stressing yourself, I'll only be happy if my body is perfect. I'll only be happy if I have a car. I'll only be happy if I move away from my hometown. Hey, guys, stop attaching your happiness and your identity to those things. Just like, those things must follow, man. Because sometimes you must ask yourself, okay, I get those things, I achieve everything on my vision board, and it gets taken away from me, because God can't do that, guys. Ask me, I will share with you guys one day. God can take away all of those things that you thought you can't live without, and then what? Are you gonna die? Are you gonna stop existing? Your own standards of how life should look like, and not looking for point of reference. As much as, guys, we can be on Instagram, here on YouTube, find inspiration from people who are living luxurious, fancy lives, or lives that we feel like we desire, because sometimes we feel like we desire those things up until we really have to ask ourselves, do we really want those things? Are we really gonna work towards getting those things? Are we willing to put in the same effort and work those people put in to get those things, or sacrifice whatever those people had sacrificed to get those things? That's why I say we feel like we desire those things. We might be on Instagram, YouTube, looking, and we're like, oh, I'm inspired. I want to be like this girl. I want to be like this woman. I want my marriage to look like this. I want my house to look like this. Sometimes you are the pioneer of a certain industry or a certain tradition. You are the person chosen to change a certain culture in your family or in your community. But now you're looking for point of reference. You are scared, you are fearful, because you feel like no one has ever done what I'm doing. No one has done it the way I am doing it. But baby, The fact that God created you and the fact that God planted it in your mind, that means you are the one who's supposed to start it. You are the one that's supposed to set the tone for it. I'm not saying that, guys, we should not be inspired by people who are doing things that are almost similar to what we want to do or what we want to be, but it's not gonna be exactly how their journeys have been. And I don't want to English, right? But yeah, guys, set your own standards. Like, set your own standards, guys. Set your own culture. Set your own terms on how you want your life. And my last point, guys, is it's not a dumb idea. As you guys can hear, everything that I'm talking about in this book is actually like everything in a thread, you know. It's but guys. It's sewing together. It's sewing together. It's not a dumb idea, guys. And what you are thinking of doing can only be done by you, the way you are supposed to do it, or the way that you are going to do it. Or what you are currently doing can only be done by yourself. So there's no competition and there's no time to compare yourself to whoever. There's always going to be someone who's going to do something better than you, but there's also going to be someone that you do something better than. But the fact remains that guys, no one does something better than me, or I'm not doing anything better than anyone. I'm the best of the best because I am in my own lane. I'm literally in my own lane, guys. In this mindly business, the only person I'm competing against is the person that I was yesterday. And also, when I release a video or I shoot a video, I'm always looking at my past video and I want the next video to always be better than the other one. The editing must be better than the previous video, you know. So you have your own unique DNA, guys. Why do we think that God keeps on planting or creating babies in women's wombs even today? Because each and every minute of the day there's a new baby that's being born. Even right now as we speak, there's a new baby. Why is God not saying, there are enough babies already, I'm gonna stop? So I want us to stop with that mentality of, I'm thinking of becoming an entrepreneur, or I'm thinking of being a creative, or to create something, to sell something, or to just start something different, and then all of a sudden you feel like, yo, but already there's someone doing it, or there's 10 of us doing it, or everyone has a YouTube channel. Yours is not going to be like mine because your brain is not like mine. Your fingerprints are not like mine. So just stop, guys. It's not a dumb idea, guys. Just do what you want to do, whenever you want to do it, how you want to do it. Hence I say, set your own standards of how you want your life to look like. So guys, I'm gonna end this video here before I ramble further, and I would like to thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel, and thank you for viewing my videos. But I would really appreciate if you guys engage with me in the comment section. Just comment, man, guys. Let's not in the comment section. I want to engage with you guys. I would like, let me not say I want to, I would like to engage with you guys in the comment section. And thank you, guys. Thank you. We are on the road to 200 subscribers. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't already, and share it on your social media platforms.